Shark Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And back again, man, with my man, Knowledge in the house.
You already know. You already know what it is.
Yeah, and before I get started, I would like, well, first off, I got to do something real quick. Before I forget, got to open my screens. Bear with me, y'all. This is kind of this can be a little complicated. Let's see. Click on that. No, let's click on that. And, okay, okay. So we good now. Plus, I did a video earlier talking about the best time you should break up with a woman. I got a lot of interesting feedback. And at the end of that video, I said that anyone that took me up on what I had to offer at the end of that video, I kind of like I needed to expand on it. So within the next 5 days, anybody that takes me up on that offer, which the link is below this video, I'm gonna send you a free copy of Love Can't Wait, my best selling book on Amazon.com. So if you click the link below, and you take me up on my offer that I have below, you get a free copy of Love Can't Wait sent from me to you within the next 5 days. So don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You know.
Oh yeah.
So earlier I was talking about basically the video earlier was all about things that basically you shouldn't tolerate. and, when I said a best time to break it off with a woman, now that might to some people that might sound like an oxymoron or whatever, but no, not really, because there's just some people that shouldn't have never been together in the first place. And if you let a third party get involved into your relationship, it's going down like the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
anybody that's seen that movie, that long, dry ass movie, the Titanic, you knew it. You knew where this was going. so,
Oh yeah.
so whenever you let a third party, the cops, the court system, whenever someone invite that into your relationship, into your business, it's only a matter of time.
Oh
So hey man, tell me what you thought about the video.
man, I thought this was a terrific video, a topic that is overly done that needed to be talked about. I mean, that whole video was on point. Pretty much like this is why as a whole we have to be better at picking the people that we spend the most time with and that we allow be into our life, because being in a toxic relationship like that, I mean, it's not good for either person. You know what I'm saying? And I've always said it, man, that nowadays I see a lot of dudes putting up with stuff that they should not be putting up with. Because like me and Shark Game both said, once you allow a girl to disrespect you, and you know what I'm saying, you don't check her, let her know like, hey, that's not cool. That's when it starts. That's when the back start talks, and it even can lead up to physical. And like Shark Game was saying, once a third party comes into it, it's game over. And fellas, a lot of you don't understand too that once the law gets involved, you know what I'm saying. Regardless, as if she's like, okay, you guys make up or whatever, everything that's staying on your record. A domestic's not going away. That's for one thing. So you know.
Yeah, once I mean, once you let like the cops and the court system get involved, they don't care. They don't care about y'all anyway. They don't care. It's all about the money, and then you gotta. You're more than likely gonna have to get an attorney, depending on what state you live in, because a lot of these states are so money driven. A lot of their revenue comes from the court system, especially if you live in a little
Mm-hmm.
small itty bitty town where it's like most of their revenue comes from traffic tickets and domestic abuse. So,
Oh
you just
yeah.
have to be aware of that type of stuff. Plus, if a woman starts disrespecting you, just leave her alone. It could have maybe it's something you've done or didn't do or used to do, you stopped doing. Regardless, if she starts disrespecting you, it's just best to keep it moving and go your own separate way. Now, like I said earlier, maybe you can't move right away, but you have to plan to move. You have to plan to leave. You know?
Mm. No, definitely, definitely. You definitely need to have some sort of plan to get out of the situation. And the way that I look at it is like there's so many girls out here that to keep yourself anchored down to somebody that doesn't want to be around you and that doesn't respect you. I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me at all. And I want to say, going back to the third party thing, when you have the law involved and you know what I'm saying, there's charges pressed and everything else, not only is there going to be a charge, but this could affect your job, which it affects your job, it starts affecting your money. So it's sort of like dominoes effect when it comes to how far the disrespect you're going to allow a woman to do, and what are you going to do about it.
Yeah, you're right about that. I thought I lost you. I thought I
Oh,
lost you for a second. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but hey, it's all good. Yeah, I mean,
did you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I
All right.
mean, it's just I see it like if if a woman instigates something and then she calls the cops, she don't give a shit, man. Just don't care. That's like a setup to me. I'm
Mm,
like, why would you instigate something with bad intentions? You just don't care. And
mm,
there's a lot of couples still together because of convenience. You know what I mean? Because
mm-hmm.
they can't. One person can't afford to live on their own. Or and a lot of women, especially, if they older, maybe they don't look the way they used to get. They don't look the way they used to look. They're not getting them looks as
Mm,
as they used to get when they were younger. So they're not as confident as they used to be. So a lot of women aren't going to be so fast to pull the trigger and take that leap of faith because
mm.
number one, they don't really have no friends. They know it. They'll act like they have friends, but in reality they don't. And they know they don't have that support system. So this is why a lot of couples stay together under the same roof. They just stay in separate rooms.
Yeah.
That's that's what that's one of the main causes of that here in America today. That's why a lot of couples don't just continuously stay together because someone can't really afford to live by themselves. Plus, they don't want to be embarrassed by the family.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing too. That's another thing.
I don't be embarrassed, man. It'd be like, because they've been together for like, man, 20, 30, 40 years. And if you see, everybody got somebody like this in their family, somebody that's married. And when you see them together with their husband, you just know they're not rocking with each other like that. They're
Oh
just
yeah.
together just because the kids or just to, save face, something like that. But
Mm,
just if you look at their body language when they come around during the holidays or some type of event, celebration, etc., you just like, yeah, y'all, they ain't together like that. You know, he
Yeah.
he on my right, she on my left. You just know. You know what I'm saying? It's just so
Yeah.
if you like as you get older and you have more experience, you be like, this is obvious that they ain't together. You know, they still
Mm-hmm.
cordial towards each other though. But when it comes, this is when you know, really know that they ain't together. When it comes to like dancing and doing
Mm.
anything that's really very interactive, they're like,
Yeah.
like,
They,
yeah,
they
I
ain't
got
trying to
you.
show that love.
You know? So once I pick up on that vibe, I try not to do anything to put them on blast, you know. and,
Oh
and
yeah.
and I ran into this when I went to my a family's wedding, a family member's wedding, like what 2 months ago now, and there
Mm-hmm.
was a couple there that they've been together for probably 40 years, man. You know, as long
Dang.
they've been together as long as I could remember. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't remember them getting married. You know, when I was a little boy, they was married, and
Mm.
this was over 30, over 35 years ago. When I was a little kid, they were married. I always knew them being married, and now they're about late 60s, right? And
Mm-hmm.
just hanging around them at sitting down at the table doing the reception, I'm like, y'all ain't together. Ain't nothing going on in the sack. I know that much.
Yeah.
You just know, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So plus, they have a daughter, and the daughter walked up because you know at the reception, you know people dance after they finish
Yeah.
eating and everything. So so I think the daughter came up and she was like, "Hey, you know, let's let's dance together, right?" And when it was time for them to dance, she was very hesitant to dance with him. She'd dance with anybody else, but not
Mm-hmm.
him. So I said, "Oh shit," you know.
Dang.
But they cordial, they're civil. He ain't trying to start shit. So and she ain't trying to start shit. So I said, hey, it's all good, you know. Now if it was some other shit, some drama going on, okay, that's different,
Mm.
you know. So hey, I said, do what if do what works as long as y'all civil, y'all not trying to hurt nobody. Not you know, hey, I can't say anything about that. I can't say anything negative about that. You know, but
Yeah.
it happens. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, it definitely does. And you want to know the difference is, Shark Game? Now, see, they've been married for, like you said, 40 something years. So this is like old school marriage. Now, nowadays, that there wouldn't even happen because A, they wouldn't even be together. Or, you know what I'm saying? B, they would have just been off doing their own thing. They wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have stayed together. You know what I'm saying? They'd have multiple, people all around him. He'd probably out doing all kinds of stuff. But that's like the mindset of how it was back then. Like, regardless, we're gonna stay together for the kids or whatever. Nowadays, that doesn't even exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a different game today. You know, is I mean, there's some people out here that still care about family, but it's very very far in between. It's definitely not the way it used to be, and I think the way the opportunities that a lot of women have that has a lot to do with it, unfortunately, you know, because I think a lot of women somehow think that, you know, it's just kind of weird. With all the opportunities that a lot of women are having and getting, they're still not
Mhm.
happy. So
It's
I'm like,
crazy.
and they kind of sacrifice family for opportunities. So I'm like,
Mm.
you don't really got to do it like that. you can still have a family and create opportunities. Why do you have to ditch one for the other? Why do you
Exactly.
have to say, hey, it's my way or the highway? That type. Why can't you can still be a woman and have a family. You can
Mm,
still be a woman and have a man. You can still be a woman and have kids. It's like a lot of women is kind. If I talked a lot, I was talking to two women the weekend, Sunday
mm,
to be exact, and they're single and they're still in the 30s. To them, it's kind of like they can't see the opportunities that they have, the jobs, the cars, whatever they have.
mm,
That kind of gets overshadowed by everything else. It's like when I told them that, hey, I wrote 2 paperback books and a couple e-books, and I started a channel on YouTube or whatever. And she's like, they was like, you wrote books for guys? I said, yeah, but women can read it too. Now to them, and then they started asking me the whole premise and concept of both books, and I told them, I should say, to them, they had I've noticed by their body language, they had a hard time trying to wrap their mind around that. Because
mm,
I told them that the whole concept of my second book is you don't have to chase women. You don't got to
mm,
do that, you know. And then one of them was like, "Well, you said in the first book was all about it's more of a social aspects of game or whatever." And I said, "Yeah." So then you said on the second book you don't have to chase women. I said, "Yeah." So they said, "Oh, you seem like you're contradicting yourself." I said, "No, I'm not. Not at all." I said, "Look, if you're in a social environment, that don't necessarily mean you're chasing people. I
mm-hmm.
just told people, I just told a bunch of stories about what I did right and what I did wrong. But that don't necessarily mean you have to chase people." And then
Mm,
I went on to tell them, I said, look, the best thing you can do, which I talked about in the second book, best thing you can do is work on yourself. And that's the thing
exactly.
that a lot of people don't want to do because you get who you are, you don't get what you want.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
there's no way to get around that. You every when you're out in the world, out in the social environment that we're in, everything is you're gonna get who you are, and it's gonna be based on your values.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it is, and whether you're consciously aware of this or not, you're gonna get who you are. This is why a lot of women, they'll say, "How come I keep attracting these dusty dudes?"
Mm.
Because you're dusty.
Yeah. They don't get a shot game. And the crazy thing is right there, when those women asked you and they're like, "Oh, so you wrote 2 books." And you're like, "Yeah, I wrote a book, a book for the guys and stuff." Now women go based on what they hear. Now if you were to turn around and flip that, this is how the women's mind works. Yeah, I wrote a book. Oh, just for guys? Nah, for both guys and girls. They would have been like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah." They would have forgot all that. Then they would have went and read it, Shark Game, and they would have been like, "Oh my God, that was amazing," because they're going off the first thing that they hear. As soon as you say, "Yeah, it's for guys, but girls can read it too," they weren't. That's why the body language. If you would have been like, "Yeah, it's for guys and girls," you know what I'm saying? So it's just the way women's mindset is. They didn't even give it a
Yeah.
fair chance.
No, they didn't. Because when I told them that I wrote the book for guys, one of them said, well, we were eating breakfast too. She was like, okay,
Mm.
she was like, oh, we need to hear what this book is about. So she was like, hey, eat some food, eat a couple scoops of food, and then tell us all about it. So
Yeah.
see, in her mind, already, she kind of like prejudged even without me even giving her any details what the book was all about in the first place. Because
Off that keyword start game, off that keyword that you said, because you wrote it for guys. If you would have been like, yeah, I wrote it for guys and girls, totally, totally would have been different.
yeah, exactly. So once I told her what the premise of the book was all about, both of them, I basically said the same thing I just said here to them. And once I was done talking, they was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I like that." You know. Then the whole conversation changed.
Mm.
And
It's
this is
crazy.
what this it is crazy. This happens all the time. You know, it's like, come on, you gotta everything. You know, people assume that you know I'm gonna write the same shit that somebody talks about on the talk shows or maybe on the internet or something like that or wherever they be. I don't
Mm.
really know them very well, you know, but that's what happened.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy, man. You always gotta have to explain yourself, man. I just don't know why they gotta go up the first thing base, the first thing that they hear. You know what I mean? Then you gotta go and explain the whole. Oh, now I get it. It's like,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, and I think I think a lot of women are just insecure when it comes to
mm,
certain things, man, certain aspects, and uh, like these two women, they strike me as being kind of socially awkward
mm.
because they're single. They it ain't a man in sight. It ain't
Yeah,
a man in
that's red
sight, man.
flag.
Ain't a man in sight, yo. I'm like, God damn. I mean,
Mm.
and they're in their 30s. I'm like, you don't got no man,
Yeah,
nobody in
that's
sight.
30.
Christ.
Star game single. I don't at that point, Star game, I say like there's gotta be something. Like you're not 35 and up, just hey, I'm just looking for I haven't found the right guy. It's hard to believe.
And well, one of the young ladies said, the reason why there's so much problem between the sexes, she said, we want everything. She said, and I said, you're right about that. That's a good point. And I said, sometimes the expectations are, it's not, um, it's just not. Yeah, I think it's too much for most guys, and it's not something that the average guy can make come true. And she was like, yeah, you're right. And I said, well, then I told her, I said, hey, then she started talking about back in the day when her parents, my parents, our grandparents grew up. I said, well, back then, first off, that was a different time back then.
Mm,
First it was, they had to be together. They had to work it out. There were no options. I said, I don't know how old your mom is, or maybe your grandmother
mm,
was, or if they still living or not or whatever. But I said, my parents were older. If my parents were living today, they'd be in the 80s, right? I said, during my parents' time, it wasn't, women didn't come out the house like that. It
mm.
was dangerous for women to come out the house, especially living in the South, in a small town. And I said, they women were staying home. I mean, they were, homemakers. Women didn't have the option to come out to, to work like that. Even white women, it wasn't like that, you know. And then I said, as far as my grandparents go, I said I never remembered my grandparents being young. They were
Mm.
always old. When I was born, my grandparents were old. When I was born, my grandparents were in the 60s. So I
Oh
don't
wow.
ever remember them being young at all. And I said, back in the day, my grandfather, he took a deal to become a farmer in exchange for land.
Mm.
That was the deal back in the day. A lot of people don't know about that. That was the deal back in the day. So if you were a farmer, you were safe. They didn't bother you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about
Mm.
nobody showing up in your house, attacking your family, and none of that shit. You didn't really have to worry about too much of that if you were a farmer. But but on the other side of the coin, it was a give and take. What it
Mm.
was, you had to distribute whatever your crops, whatever you had, to the white distribution, and you didn't make a lot of money. So basically, after my grandfather was done with the corn, the tobacco, turning all that shit in, it broke even.
Mm.
So it wasn't a lot of money going around like that. It wasn't a lot of opportunity going around like that. So this is why I told her this is why they had to be together. They had to work it out. Love ain't had a damn thing to do with it.
Not at
we
all.
get to that. We get to that later. I mean,
With
we'll figure out if we like each other later. You know. So I told her, I said I didn't think my grandparents loved each other. I knew they cared about each other. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? But
mm.
so to me that is, if you care about somebody, that's much deeper than loving somebody. That shit,
Mm.
everyone got their own definition of love, and that shit could end tomorrow.
Exactly.
But caring and loyalty, that could last forever.
Facts. Oh
You
yeah.
know, this is why, like, when people start talking about love, I love you, they throw the word around like it's pantyhose. So that's why I don't even I take the whole word, the concept of love out, period. So there won't be no confusion. So I'll be like, hey, either you like me, you care about me, or you don't. Because you can go anywhere around the world, and
Mm.
if you ask somebody, hey, you like me or you care about me, they say yes or no. That's it. It ain't gonna be, oh, I don't know, maybe so. No, no. But if you start throwing the word love in there, they'd be like, what are you talking about? You from America? You sound crazy. So
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Oh, I 100% agree with you, man. People think to me like love is a feeling, man. I feel like first in a relationship, you got relationship is about business, loyalty, and yes, there's love in it, but it can't just all be based on love. Love is there, but it's not the main thing because everything that's going on and everything you do in a relationship with somebody, I mean, that's business. You know what I'm saying? And once you have your business, you know what I'm saying, with this person, you guys making moves, you need your loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So once you have your loyalty and your business together in a relationship, everything's flowing. Then yeah, you got your love, you got your feelings, you're doing all that, but it can't all be based off of that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, everything can't be based on feelings. That's what I was explaining to them. Everyone gets caught in their feelings all the time. I said, look, I
Mm.
didn't feel like driving down the highway, coming down here to meet y'all this morning. But I came because I know her. I known her for a couple months. I never met you in my life. You know, I came down here to this place that I never been before. Nice restaurant, but I ain't never been there before. It took me 30
Mm.
minutes to get down to drive down there. I didn't
Damn.
necessarily want to drive through traffic, but I came. So I said, hey, if people put as much effort into like their relationships as they do with football and the infatuation they have with money or big ass, they probably would, things probably would be much better for them.
Mm. Yeah, nah, you most definitely right, man. The game's fucked up, man. But at the end of the day, the game might be fucked up, but how you play the game is different. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can definitely overcome that.
Exactly. P.S. And by the way, anybody that takes action by clicking the link below this video, I'm gonna send you a free copy of my best-selling book, Love Can't Wait, within the next 5 days. So anybody that takes action by clicking the link below this video, within the next 5 days, I'm gonna send you a free copy of this book. Now, if you go to Amazon, you know you got to pay full price. But if you click the link below this video, you get it for free.
That's a deal, y'all. I ain't that's a deal if I haven't heard a deal, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times when women are insecure like that, when women don't like the person they see when they look in the mirror, boy, it's gonna be very difficult to have a relationship with somebody like that. Because you can only do but so much. You can't pump her up but so much. If she don't believe in what you're saying to her, it ain't gonna work out.
Not at all. Not at all. You know, she like there's an old saying, you know, I said it before. If you don't love the person that you look at in the mirror, you can't love anybody else at all. You know?
Yeah, see, you can't teach nobody how to love themselves. No, that's some other shit there. That person they got some psychological problems going on. They need to I don't know, talk to the pastor or get some professional help. You know,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of this going on. People, you know, there's a lot of women out there like that. You know, the confusing thing here in America is you got a lot of black women don't want to be black, a lot of white women don't want to be white, and a lot of other women don't want to be who they are. Everybody, most women, if they look at TV a lot, or if they look at magazines a lot, they want certain physical aspects of damn near every woman, especially if she's a celebrity, which is it's crazy if you really think about it. This is why some women dye their hair. You know, some women braid their hair that shouldn't be braiding their hair. I'm like, what are you doing?
Wearing weave and all that. It's all identity crisis, Shark Game. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So how you gonna be in a relationship with somebody? You're gonna have a very difficult time being in a relationship with somebody like that. Now, if you're an entertainer, you perform on stage, you're a rapper, singer, that's understandable. Yeah, everyone got a costume on then. You know, for the most part, not everybody. There's some people when they go on stage, when they go off stage, that's just how they dress. But that's not the average entertainer as a woman. Most of them, when you see them on stage, they don't look like that off stage. It's like, and they like normal everyday living, they dress totally different.
Yeah.
You know? So that's understandable. But I'm talking about women that like Nicki Minaj, for example. Like Lil' Kim. Yo, what happened to Lil' Kim, man?
Yo, she used to be so beautiful, man. You see her now, she looks like Mickey Mouse or something.
She look like Michael Jackson.
Yeah. She's oh man. I don't know, Shark Game. We lost one there.
Yeah. So you can imagine what it would be like being around Lil' Kim for long periods of time. Just imagine what some of the stuff she would say and her perception of things and you know, I couldn't imagine. I mean,
no, I wouldn't want to, man. Imagine being around the Kardashians. All that. Remember what being with Kim all the time and all them. Chloe.
They're like Adam's family, yo.
Sharga, what about the girls from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta?
Which one?
All the time. I don't watch that show, man. Freaking any of them, man. Like, I don't know. I just think it'd be wild.
They're just on there they're just a bunch of ratchets. They're just trying to make something out of nothing. That's all they're doing. There's no talent. Most of the women ain't got no talent on there. So
they got ass. That's it.
That's it, basically. So they on here trying to make something out of nothing. You know, some of them got a big ass. Some of them, if it's real, you know, you just don't know. You know, so it's like you can't be in a relationship with nobody like that.
No.
Unless you're toxic too. That's the only way I see that going. And then if you got two toxic people in a relationship together, or just spending a bunch of time together, it's chaos in that household.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what I was gonna say, Shargan, to sort of backtrack what we were saying before too. I feel like another aspect of why guys stay with some girls is because they don't want to. They feel like maybe it's too hard to let go. Like they're having too much fun. Like they know the woman that they with is not good for them, but at the same time they're having so much fun, and she's beautiful that they don't want to let it go. And I think that's another aspect to it of why you see a lot of people that shouldn't be together, because I feel like a lot of guys just they know they shouldn't be with her, but at the same time it's like, oh, we have fun, I don't want to let her go, she's beautiful.
Well, yeah, that's because he got used to being with her.
Mm.
And then he's very attracted to her and probably fascinated by her. But you can't use that as an excuse, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you got what's gonna happen when she get older? You're still gonna leave because if
Yeah.
she get older and she falls off and hits a wall, he gonna leave.
Oh
So
yeah.
why wait that long? Just leave while you can.
I hear you. I feel, but Shark Game, I feel like that reason right there plays a lot of key roles, because you know what I mean. If not that too, we wouldn't be having all this. Like I said, I think a lot of guys simp out for beautiful girls, man, and I think that's one of the biggest things that we see. Because if they weren't simping out for the girl, Shark Game, then they wouldn't be taking. There'd be no reason to be taking girls' disrespect. You know.
Yeah, but a lot of guys let the attractive women slide with damn near everything. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they'll throw out every practical reasoning out the window. It's like, hey man, that doesn't apply to her. What? You putting her on a pedestal now. What
Yep.
makes her so special? You just met her 5 minutes ago. You just met her last week. You seen her one time. And you talked to her on the phone one time. And now she's the one. Crazy. It's
Mindset,
crazy way of thinking,
mindset,
man.
crazy, man.
You know.
Oh
But
yeah, man.
it happens, man. But if I say if you wanna you really don't have to the go through the chaos to have a relationship with somebody. If when you're around somebody, they should bring out the best in you. If they bring out the worst in you consistently, something's wrong. Something's
Mm,
happening. And if you stay around this toxic person long enough, they'll make it seem like something's wrong with you. But it's dumb. Because what's going to happen, you go out around your friends and family separate from her, and maybe she might pop up on you every once in a while and see how you act when people come over to the house or whenever y'all go over to somebody else's house. And then to justify why she's okay and nothing wrong with her, she'll say something wrong with you because, hey, you seem to be happy around these other people, this and that or whatever. I said, no, maybe I am happy around them. Maybe I do get
mm,
along better around them. And I said, maybe it's because it's the type of people that they are.
exactly.
I said, hey, it could be you. You ever thought about that? I said, plus, a lot of women, toxic women, everything is based on emotion. And they have no proof of anything that they're saying. They don't have no
Mm,
friends. Uh, and where they want to be in life. A lot of them are basically parasites. No, the phone ain't ringing, nothing. And then they're
Mm.
trying to tell you who you supposed to be and how you're supposed to be thinking and what you're supposed to be doing. I'd be like, you're not even qualified to be telling me
Yep.
anything. And I met women that's like this. I said, you're not even qualified to be telling me anything. Well, your phone don't even ring. No one wants to be around you.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've met women that said, there's a lot of women out here that'll try to treat you a certain type of way just because of your nationality or your skin color. I'm like, if you feel that way, why you call me?
Mm. Exactly.
Hey, what? Why? Why just call your buddy that live right down the street or your next door neighbor and come
Yeah.
out here and drink a beer with you? This happened to me when I was in my early 30s. I'm like, why you
Mm.
call me? If you feel that way about the group of people that I'm associated with, I'm like, why you call me? If you have, if you got all these bad and biased ways and racist ways, I
Yeah,
mean,
why
why
you
you
want to be
call
around
me?
me?
Just like
I
I don't
don't know, man.
understand people like that. I said, but I said, hey, take advantage of these other groups of people that you're close to. But then she ain't gonna do that because she's a coward. You know, there's
Oh,
that mentality out here. You have people that are parasites out here. They basically they'll take advantage of you. They'll prey on people that they think they can get a if they can get away with it because they don't think you're gonna say anything. They don't think you're gonna stand up for yourself. This is why you have to have some standards about yourself. You know?
got that right.
Yeah,
You
but
got
you can't have no relationship with people like that. You can't even be friends with them.
stay away. Stay away from people like that. If they ain't better than you, just leave them behind. That's what I always say. Shit.
Exactly. So let's see what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, what they talking about over there?
Cosmic Warrior in the house. Jordan sharp game. It's a sharp game and a little sharp game. Oh, let go and say
Oh, that
nothing.
was good. I like that.
That's the shit. Uh, Cosmic Warrior already have the book. Yo, you already have it. It's not. This ain't for you, Cosmic Warrior. If you already got it, what would you
You can still
do?
get the game though. Not enough
Yeah.
game.
What would
Always
you
got.
do when your side chick on you, and when you find out she tells you don't study it, it was just one off? What? I don't know what you mean by that island life. You got to expand on that.
That made no sense. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say on that. But a side chick is a side chick. She should play her position.
Yeah, she ain't get
Really.
no say.
I mean, a side chick is she got to play her position as a side chick. The only way a side chick can move up, so to speak, is if it's up to the guy. I mean, she can say what she want to say. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no
That's why
side
she's
chick
a
should be.
side chick.
Mm. Yeah, it can't be
It's
called
like you.
side chick.
I mean, look. When it comes to being in a relationship, having a side chick or being in any relationship, you're the man. Like you got to lead. Just because a woman make
Fact.
an offer, say, "Hey, I want to be with you. I want to spend more time with you." It's up to you whether you want to spend time with her or not. You got to make a decision. Just because
Mm.
she make you an offer, that don't mean you got to say yes. Whether it's a
Yeah.
side chick, main chick, whatever. You know.
Yeah. Keep facts, shot game. But to be honest with you though, like at least in my definition, a side chick is not calling no shots. It's called she's a side chick for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I hit her up, you know what I'm saying, when I want to hit her up. She's not telling me what to do or none of that. She's not my main chick. And if y'all make your side chick your main chick, that's the
Oh
stupidest thing
no.
that ever because those who do dirt with you will do dirt on you. So that's a
Yeah,
one not to do.
yeah. I had a cousin that did that. I told him that's the stupidest shit ever.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you do this? Happened like he did this like 5 years ago. I'm like, how do you do that, bro? How do you how's this gonna go? how, how
Not good.
I mean, and then they got like they moved in together and everything. I'm like,
Damn.
what y'all trying to? It looked like y'all about trying to get married or some shit. Yeah, but it didn't last, and I knew it wasn't gonna last because she turned into the hater, and I was like, yo, it's your fault, bro. I told you that shit wasn't gonna work anyway. You're trying to
No.
make that chick. She ain't. And I talked to her one time. And she one of them player hating chicks. She's the type that I think he ran his mouth and kept telling him how I was moving out in these streets. And he told her, she was like, hey, I heard you're a ladies man, you got all the girls, this and that or whatever. I'm like, what? So I'm like, what this fool telling you all my business for? Now I got nothing else to talk about.
Shit.
So she's she strike me as one of them haters. It's like she said it in a sarcastic way. It wasn't like she was trying to make it seem like it was a good thing. It was more like a sarcastic type of way where it's like, you shouldn't be doing that type of shit or whatever. Even though she didn't know me from a can of paint. She only seen me twice. So I'm like, this chick, she just is
wild.
Then she's a country girl.
Oh.
She's from turned out she was from the mountains of Virginia.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
like, hell you doing? I said, yeah, you one of those types. I know your type. Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's like, I don't know, maybe I hope she was good in the sack. I don't know, but hey man, it didn't work out, she was just the reason why it didn't work out because she was very selfish, which I kind of picked up on that because something came up and there was a bunch of people around at the time, and I think somebody asked her a question and she kind of made kind of embarrassed my cousin. He at least tried to in public. I'm like, oh, that chick there, yeah, she's kind of foul,
Yeah.
You can't have nobody around like that, So she was kind of foul, antisocial, it's like, it's like, yeah. Then plus, this is the time that when I just came online, and I was doing websites at the time, and she was starting a daycare center. This is in Charlotte. She was starting a daycare center at the time. And I think, I know what I asked her, I said, hey, I'm doing websites for people. And I asked her, hey, you know anybody that would like one? And she was like, oh, no, I don't know anybody. Oh, no, I don't know anybody. Nah. But the way all she had to do was just say no, or I can't help you. But she went on like a little tangent, like a rant. I'm like, yo, what's this chick is like? This chick has got some issues going on,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this chick don't know me. Now I only seen her 2-3 times in passing, and my cousin used to call me if they were at some restaurant in the area where I used to live at. So if I was at home, sometimes I would go up there just to check them out, sit with them for like 15, 20 minutes and break out. But, I just knew that something wasn't right about her. I just can pick up
Yeah,
the vibe too. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta use your intuition or your sixth sense, whatever you want to call it. You know? Yeah, that
I
chick
hear
was
you.
kind of foul.
I hear you, man. Them type of women you gotta stay away from. You
Yeah,
know.
and I knew that they weren't gonna make it just based on some of her responses because you have to understand people are going to tell you who they are when they open their mouth. And what they say has a lot to do with who they are as a man or a woman. That's very important. So if someone says, hey, why would this person make a statement like that? This has to do a lot with their frame of mind, their frame of reference, how they see the world, how they see themselves. You can look at some people. You see a girl that weighs 300 pounds and she's 5'4", that tells you a lot right there. She's not disciplined. She don't necessarily care how she look. More than likely, she's sick. She probably don't realize it, or maybe she popping some type of pill, something.
Mm,
So if she weighs 300 pounds and she 5'4", it stems
yeah,
back to how she feels about herself.
there's something going
Hair
on.
all over the place. Hair is all over the goddamn place. Like she just woke up out her bed, and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you look at her, she not even dressed decent.
Mm,
It's like, come on, that
okay.
you don't necessarily. It don't take a genius to figure out that she don't feel good about herself. Or clothes wrinkle. Could be girl I got. A clothes wrinkle. Like, well, come on. I mean, then you're trying to talk to her. I
Gotta
mean,
have better standards,
you
man.
gotta you gotta dig through a bunch of layers to get to the real person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I know exactly what you're saying, man. Exactly
And
what you're saying.
yeah, I mean, I would not approach somebody that's like that. I would not approach a woman that's wearing baggy clothes or hair all over the place.
Mm.
I wouldn't,
The
you
red
know.
flags right there, man. Red flags right in front of you that, she does not care about her appearance. So if she doesn't care about her appearance, then why is she gonna change for you? Like, you know?
Exactly. You know. So everybody hit the like button. Hit the
Hit the
like button. Let's see what else going on in the chat. Side chick called me her man, warned me with my partner. When I confronted her, she said, "Don't worry about that. That's just once and nothing to worry about." She says she would not do it again. So, I wouldn't care, bro. I mean, if she's a side chick, I wouldn't care. Why are you concerned about what the side chick is doing anyway? That's kind of
See that
weird.
a lot of dudes they got the whole side chick thing messed up, shark game. You know what I'm saying? They either caring too much about a side chick or they letting her get away with too much. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes is messing that side chick thing up, man.
I know. Look, back in the day, the side chick was like this. A guy had his family, and the side chick was down the street. The side
Mm,
chick was an unfit woman for marriage. That's what a side chick was. And that's what it still is too. But what it is, a lot of guys is wifing up the unfit women.
mm-hmm,
See, 20, 40, 50, 100 years ago, a side chick was an unfit woman. Guys did not marry a side chick.
mm-mm,
Guys did not take the side chick around the friends and families, the brother, the sister. That did not
nope.
happen. Everybody know that he had another family had kids down the street in the neighborhood. Everybody know it. It wasn't a damn secret. They'd be like, oh yeah, that's such and such Carrie son. Yeah, that's my brother son down the street. Everybody know it. They just didn't talk
Mm-hmm.
about it because it was obvious. Because 9 times out of 10, the kids look like look like the dad in the first place. Now, a lot of
Yeah.
times the family might not, the brothers and sisters with on his real family probably didn't not acknowledge the other brothers and sisters on the outside, which I understand why, because they kind of
Yeah.
like, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. That's my
Mm-hmm.
dad. Yeah, I ain't, goddamn. When we see each other, when they see each other, they be like, hey, what's up, man, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. It wasn't no bad blood, but we ain't got to talk about it. We already know what it is. I mean, dad is gone
Exactly.
now. Dad gone now, but we already know what it is. We ain't got to talk about it. Shit. That's how it was. If
Mm.
when dad wanted some strange pussy, he ran across that damn field,
Yep.
rode a horse, however he got there, and banged the side chick. That's how it was.
And
You
he
know?
didn't bring her home either. That's the thing. These dudes be messing up the game, bringing them home, or the side chick step out of place and come to the house, confront his girl or his wife. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have it under control when that shit
That's
happens.
how grandpa did it back in the day. But these guys today, I don't know what they doing. These guys are letting the side chick get up in their head, you
Having
know,
kids with the side chick.
having kids with the side. Yeah, well, they had kids back in the day. That
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, you're right with
But
that. You're right.
they didn't marry him though. That's the thing. If she was an unfit woman, everybody knew about it. Wasn't like a secret. They didn't make fun of her. It is what it is. She unfit, broken, screwed up. That's what it was. You know. But
Yeah.
today they put the side chick on a pedestal. I'm like, what the hell's going on out there? What part of the game is that?
Yeah, whining and dining, spending hell of money, taking on vacations and stuff. It's crazy, man. The game's messed up, man. Yeah.
It is. You feel me? Island life? Okay, maybe I don't know what the hell. Somebody what the hell? I don't know what the hell that is. But again, like I said, anybody that take action by clicking the link below, within the next 5 days, I'm gonna send you a free paperback copy of my best-selling book, Love Can't Wait.
Mm.
So within the next 5 days, today is the 31st. Next 5 days, I'm gonna do this. Anybody that takes action by clicking the link below this video, I'm gonna send you a free paperback copy of my book, Love Can't Wait. All you have to do, take action, send me an email with your receipt and your address. I'll send you a copy of the book. From me to you. So, any last words?
Nah, man. Just, y'all move better out there, fellas. And um stay positive, keep your head up, chase that money. That's about
Yeah.
it.
So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, share this video, and again, click the link below this video. And if you take action today, send you a free copy of my best-selling book on Amazon.com. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.